In this video we'll discuss how you can add list pagination buttons to a control bar to paginate a list to move from page 1 to page 2, etc. So you can see here we have a simple UX with the list, and currently this list is not paginated, so we're displaying all 92 records from the customer table in Northwinds. So let's go first and we'll just turn pagination on. So we'll go here and we'll say paginate the data, and we'll set our pagination method to navigation buttons and 10 records per page. So when we run the list now, we can see that we only see the first 10 records in the list, but we don't have any ability to paginate because we haven't defined pagination buttons. So we'll go here to define controls, and we'll choose list navigation buttons, and we'll apply these buttons to list number 1. We'll go ahead there, and now when we go and we run the component, we can see that we have our pagination buttons. Currently the first and previous buttons are disabled because we're currently on the first page. Now when we go to the next page, all the buttons are enabled, and then when we go to the last page, next and last are disabled. So now let's redefine this so that the list is in a panel with a control bar in the footer, and let's get these buttons into the control bar. So we'll go now and let's just start out by deleting those buttons. Then let's put this list in a panel card, and let's turn the list to fill the container, which we've done. Then let's right click over here and add a footer, and we'll add in a panel card there, and let's turn mobile preview on. So at this point we haven't actually defined the control bar, so what we see is we see the list and then the undefined control bar over there. So now let's go back into the control bar, open up the builder, and add buttons now to do the pagination. So when we add control bar buttons, you can see that there's a section here called predefined buttons. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that, and the predefined buttons that I would like are list navigation buttons for a paginated list. So I'll say I want to choose list number 1, and my button style, I'm going to say icons only. So this is going to go and add 4 buttons to the control bar, and it's also going to display add an HTML control to display the page count. So let's go ahead there and click OK. So we can see now that we've automatically added all of these items, etc. We've also added a whole bunch of data controls that specify whether each button should be enabled or disabled, etc. So now we'll go to the control bar itself. We'll add a new control bar, then we'll add a line, and in the before section we'll add the first and previous buttons. In the middle section we'll add the page number, and in the last section we'll add next and last over there. So we want last to be down over there. So now we've defined our control bar layout, so let's go ahead now, click OK, and save it now and run it. And so now we basically see our list control over here, our control bar at the bottom, and with our pagination button. So as we paginate through the list, you can see that the page number of page 10 of 10 total pages is being updated automatically, and this is just a standard control bar now. You can see now if I were to switch now to say a horizontal layout, the buttons are still properly positioned left and right, and I've been able to basically add a great deal of functionality here by just choosing predefined buttons. So again, going back here to the items, you can see we've got all of our items defined, we've got all of our actions which do the actual navigation, etc. So by using predefined buttons here, we've been able to quickly add list navigation functionality to a control bar. Thanks very much for watching.